Just waiting to go live, a couple of seconds, and we are live. Guys, how are we doing? Today is day number 8. So as you all know, every day I'm going live for 30 days to get more comfortable and confident in front of the camera. So today's topic, I really want to touch base on customer experience, and it's so important. What I want to start by saying is this. There's a huge difference between a customer service and a customer experience. Okay, and we'll jump into that in a second. I'm going to give you a little quick story about when I used to work at Ocean Club. Okay, so most of you know Ocean Club in Marbella is this amazing beach club where you go, you party, spray champagne, but it's very expensive. You know, the price of the bottles of champagne or the price of the food or the alcohol, like a lot of other places when you go to a restaurant or clubs, is a lot more expensive in the restaurants and clubs than if you go to a supermarket, obviously. Now, two things. One, easy, it's convenient, okay? But two, it is the experience. So why do people go to these luxury places? Why do people want to go and spray champagne? Or why people want to go and be seen in these beautiful places? Because, again, it is the experience. So what is very important, and the reason why I want to mention this, is because a lot of places, a lot of businesses, a lot of people who are trying to sell products forget about selling the experience, and they just want to push products. So if you don't set the scene correct, if you don't set the expectation, if you don't try and find people's pain points, you know, how are you going to sell? Now, when you are selling, there's 3 categories that sales fall under, okay? So maybe if you want to get pen and paper and write these down, because it's very important, okay? Those 3 fall under health, wealth, and relationship, okay? Now, why am I saying health, wealth, and relationship? What does that mean? Okay, so whenever you are selling a service or a product, it's always going to fall under health, wealth, or relationship. So a really good example that I once heard is Gillette, okay? So imagine you're sitting in front of the TV and a Gillette advert comes on. Okay, what is it promoting? What is the ad about? You see a guy in front of the camera, in front of the mirror, he's shaving, he's looking really good, really sexy, and all of a sudden a lady walks behind him, strokes his face, and they both smile. Okay, so that's selling relationships. Now, I'm sure if you now sit in front of the TV and you see ads, you're going to be thinking, okay, cool, that's selling health, that's selling wealth, that's selling relationships. So remember, you can't sell the same product under 3 different categories. You can if it's explained in a different way, but you can't have one ad promoting health, wealth, and relationship, or you can't have a service promoting health, wealth, and relationship at the same time. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Now, the other thing I really want to talk about as well is this. How can you find how to sell? Now, what I mean by that is when we're selling, we think we know what people want, but do we? Like, do we actually understand? Like, I love my product so much, but I like it because of a certain reason, but do other people like it for the same reason? So it's all about market research. So let's give you another story. When I started the Green Grill, okay, what we wanted to do, we wanted to make vegan food easy and convenient, but we wanted to target non-vegans. So how could we do that? First of all, we wanted to sell a product with people's eyes before taste and smell. We didn't want to mention the word vegan. We thought we knew what people wanted, okay? So we had 3 different types of like vegan burgers, different colored burger buns, and we thought just because they're different colored burger buns, like it's going to attract a lot of people. Okay, it attracts a certain amount of people, but the way we actually grew the company is we didn't build the company knowing what we were doing. We built the company and the menu upon customers' feedback. So every single time we launched a new product, or every single time we were serving people, we always asked for feedback, always. Now, the best thing about feedback is you just keep on improving. But not even that. You need to ask your customers, what do they like? What do they don't like? You know, what else would they like to see on the menu? Get them involved. Because if you don't get them involved and you don't ask for feedback, you think it's okay. They may come back once or twice, but then they won't come back. So it's that continuous feedback, okay, which is part of the experience, okay? Another thing I want to mention as well, something that we did at the Green Grill, which was fantastic, it was, we made a thing called the Green Club. So before the Green Club, we used to ask all of our customers, what would you like to see on the menu? But also as well, just before we launched, we invited them to come down for a food tasting. So we had like 40 people at a time, scoreboards, writing down what they like, what they don't like. So we were kind of giving them that experience that they felt like they were actually building the menu with us. So we always used to say, our menu wasn't built by us, it's built by our customers. So I just want to quickly now talk about pain points and trying to figure out how to sell to a certain audience, or how to sell your product to a certain audience. A lot of people are really missing out on a massive trick. If you go into Facebook, okay, we're all on Facebook, or at least 90% of us are on Facebook, there's thousands of different groups, okay, talking about thousands of different things. So write down where you think your target audience are, what kind of groups they will hang out in, and read what they're posting, okay? So I think I mentioned this in a previous video. Don't ever jump into a group and start promoting, especially if it's not your group, because you're going to get kicked out. So what I suggest you do, you go into a group that you think your customers will be in, and you try and find certain problems that they have. Maybe there's a pattern, okay? Maybe there is someone asks a question, and then maybe people are commenting on that question with solutions or feedback or pains and problems. So always just keep writing down the pains and the problems. And as well, get involved, ask a couple of things, maybe write some of your own comments, get people commenting. So it's a great way to do research. So once you find people's pain points, it's easier to sell, okay? Because again, what I think is a pain point for my customers and my clients is maybe different to what it actually is. So Facebook is a great way. Another great way, like I mentioned before, is feedback. Feedback is just, I love feedback. Like, everyone who is scared of feedback is missing out on a massive trick. I used to say to my customers, I used to say to my staff, whenever you get a feedback, amazing, write it down. Whenever you get a complaint, praise them. Like, getting a complaint could be the best thing, to actually receive. The best. Everyone's scared, oh my God, I've just got a complaint, I'm really upset, I can't believe I got a complaint. What do you mean you what? Complaint? You got a complaint? That's amazing news, and I'll tell you why, okay? Whenever someone complains, thank them for it. Why? Because a lot of people want to be they want to have a little conflict, sometimes they want to throw something in your face and expect you to react. But then imagine if someone gives you negative feedback or criticism, you turn around and say, do you know what? Thank you so much for giving me that feedback. I'm actually going to write that down. I'm going to bring it up in our next meeting, and we're going to solve that problem. If it wasn't for people like you, we wouldn't keep on improving. Okay, so I thank you. In fact, if you have any other feedback, please let me know. Maybe I'll give you my card, or maybe you can contact us, because I really appreciate your advice. All of a sudden they're like, oh my God, this guy actually really cares about my experience. So always focus on experience. Anyway, I can talk about this for a lot longer. I don't want to bore you to death. Again, today is day number 8. I am going to have one of my first podcasts today with one of my mentors, someone that I look up to. I'm not going to say too much now, but he has made millions within the e-com business. So looking forward to jumping on and speaking with him, and I'm going to try and plug it in live. If not, there'll be a replay. Guys, thank you very much. Looking forward to all your messages, and have a good day.